Welcome back to the Para Alpine World Cup here in Feldberg. You're joining us for the second run of this second day of racing in the German resort. Lots going on this morning in the first run. Plenty of challenges for the competitors. Tricky snow, tricky course, lots of DNF across both the men and women's competition. Let's see what the second run has in store for these athletes. There we see some of the teams just doing final preparations and reviewing some of the performances from the first run, most likely. We're racing on the Ahornbühl course. Course setter is from Austria, Herr Wiedauer. And we're on this great slope with challenging steep sections. Snow condition slightly different to yesterday. proving a bit more challenging for some of the athletes, particularly the first runners in the women's visually impaired competition. We had a few DNFs and a few challenging runs there. Let's see what the second run brings for them. Overcast, slightly overcast, bit of blue sky in resort today, and not too cold. There we have our competition jury on the screen. Anya just in shot there, overseeing the proceedings, checking everything's safe to run. And we'll be kicking things off in just about 6 minutes time in this second run of the FIS Para Alpine Slalom World Cup race. First up in the visually impaired competition, we've got the results from the first run just popping up on your screens now. Once the women's competition is complete, we'll move into the men's competition second run, and you can see the results from this morning's first run running on the screen now. Lots of athletes didn't finish in the first run in the standing competition. As I said, tricky conditions out there. Great to see the fans out and about here in Feldberg. It's really well supported. Chatting to Annalena Forster yesterday, she is delighted that the World Cup Tour has come back to Feldberg. Very professional setup for both the athletes and spectators, and a really great stop on the tour, on the Para-Alpine World Cup Tour. So there we have some of the visually impaired athletes. Sarah Choi's guide, Unmi Io, there just warming up, getting ready, and we have in the leader bib Elena Stari of Austria. Yesterday's winner. Georgia Gnu warming up there. Just a couple more minutes to go ahead of this women's visually impaired competition. Georgia, guided by Ethan Jackson, will be up first. The start order in the second run, as many of you will know, is reversed, with the fastest athlete coming out the gate in the last position. We had one DNF this morning from the women's visually impaired competition, Margaret Gustafsson and her guide Spencer. So there will only be 5 competitors racing in this second run. Georgia in the gate, and we are off the second run of this second slalom race here at Feldberg. This pair had a steady first run, safely down. This is Georgia's 3rd season on the World Cup Tour. Relative newcomer with only 17 World Cup slalom starts and 2 podiums to their name so far in their career. Really offset gates there coming onto this last pitch. Ethan doing a lovely job guiding Georgia down those final few gates, and the time is set for the following competitors to look to beat. Time of 2 minutes, 13 seconds, 86. Next up from Germany, Maya Feugenschul, guided by Joanna Lena Holzmann. Good start to the second run for the German pair. 3.99 ahead at the first split, and they look to be in a steady rhythm. Holzmann carefully navigating her way through these combinations. Lots of techniques in the guide's toolbox to check the speed. One thing I've learned from experience is putting a heavy side check often blinds the athlete even more, so to be avoided. 3.8 seconds at the second split, coming into the finish safely now and taking top spot, 5.52 ahead of the Australian duo. Lovely run there from the German team. Up next, we have Sarah Choi, guided by Unmi Io. And the German pair there looking very pleased with their run. Sarah Choi is out the start. Currently sat in 3rd, looking to hold on to that podium position. Just missed out on the podium yesterday, finishing in 4th. And she has currently, at the first split, A little bit of space opening up between Io and Troy. That will make it very difficult for Troy to attack. They've closed it up for the final pitch, and the time on the clock is showing they've increased their lead into first position, 13.14 seconds ahead of the German pair. Lovely run by the Korean duo. Penultimate competitor in this women's visually impaired second run, Elena Stari and Stefan Winter from Austria. Yesterday's winners looking to step up their performance from the first run to take the top spot from Veronica and Elizabeth Eigner. A little bit scrappy through that top section. Not as smooth as we've seen Starry ski before. Strong lead against the Korean team, but will it be enough? Oh, and the guide just getting into trouble. Stefan Winter hangs on there, just gets twisted through coming down that final pitch, manages to hold on. Don't think it really made too much of a difference to Elena at this point. He has some loose snow and a few ruts, cross ruts from the earlier course by the looks of it. The Austrians go into the top spot with a lead of 13.53 seconds on the Korean pair. And out of the gate now, Veronica and Elizabeth Eigner as her guide, looking to hold on to their lead, and they have come out charging. You can see those bumps as Veronica's coming around the corner, just having to react to the snow, doing a great job. Bled away a little bit of that lead at the second split, 1.34 seconds ahead now. Can they hold on to it coming into the finish? Just a few more gates to go, and yes, they do hold on to the top spot, 0.64. Stari and Winter had a very strong second run, but not enough to take the lead off the Eigners. So provisionally, that looks like an Austrian 1-2 with the Korean Sarah Choi and Umi Io rounding off the podium in third, and the German pair fourth with Georgia Gnu and Ethan Jackson in fifth.
Veronika and Elisabeth, yesterday you had some problems in the first run. Did everything go according to plan today?
Yes, the second run was, the first run was better. It was the safety run, but it was okay. The second one was a little bit pumpy, and I have my problems with that, but it's okay. I'm happy to standing on the first place with Lisi, and yeah.
Gestern, ihr habt einige Probleme im ersten Lauf gehabt.
Next up to the women's standing competition in the second run of the Alpine World Cup, Feldberg. First up, Spanish skier Maria Martin Granzio Ferrero, LW2. Looking a little more comfortable than she did this morning. The snow surface looks to have softened. Oh, and she, not sure what happened there, just misjudged the line, missed the red gate before the combination. That's the end of her race for today. Next, pushing out the gate, Lucia Smetisko from Croatia. Just getting a little caught up and skidding around the gate a few up ahead of the same combination that Martin Granzio Ferrero has an issue at. Perhaps some ice on the course or something, or just misjudging the incline. Oh, nearly missing that last gate, but holding on to it to set the second run time, 1:55. Yeah, just late in the line through those final turns, hanging on for dear life and making it round. Next up, Audrey Crowley representing the USA, 5th after the first run, and straight into these opening turns with some aggression, chasing Lucia's time, just ahead at the first split. Let's see if she can improve on that time. Smetisko made some mistakes through this section. Crowley may capitalise on it. She's in the red at the moment, 0.7 down. Can she find a burst of speed through the final few gates to take the top spot? Into second, 0.65 behind Lucia Smetisko.
Martin, sorry.
Canadian athlete Michaela Gosselin, 4th in the first run, looking to edge her way onto the podium. Green light at the first interval and looking strong through these mid-turns. Not bothered by the gate that seemed to trip up some of her earlier competitors. Just steady, strong skiing from the Canadian. 2.73 at the second split. Final pitch now. Can she hold on to that lead? Yes, she can. She increases it 3.58 to take the top spot from the Croatian. Now into the final 3 competitors for the women's standing competition. Andrea Rothfuss in the leader bib, pushing out the gate and attacking those first turns. Third position yesterday, will be looking to improve on that if she can. Green light at the first split, 1.36. This is looking nice, navigates the combination gates. She's holding on to that lead through the flatter midsection, and can she hang on to it through these final turns? Looking strong, a little bit late getting caught up, but she holds on to the lead into first position, 1.21. Will that be enough? It's enough for a podium position, but will that be enough for a silver or a gold? 2 more competitors to go in this women's standing competition. Next up, Russian athlete Voronchikina Varvara, winner of yesterday's slalom by a relatively narrow margin, 1.16 seconds. She is in second position, but same as yesterday. She came charging. Oh, and she's in trouble. Just getting caught up. I suspect that is a fall-away gate, and if you don't have pressure on your outside ski, you will go skidding out, like we've seen a few of the athletes this morning doing. Strong lead over Rothfuss coming into the second split, and she increases that gap to take first position, 5.72. Current leader in this women's standing competition. Final competitor this morning, Anna Maria Rieder from Germany. was pipped out of first position yesterday by the Russian. Can she take it back? It's a very strong run over Jakina this morning, the second run this morning. Can Rita hang on? She's in the red through the top section, and the Russian had a really strong middle and bottom section. It's going to be a tough ask for the German. 1.1 behind. Oh, and just getting really late through these turns. It's tricky conditions, particularly if you're not over the skis and you're not in the racing line. It's very lumpy very quickly. Into second position, 2:03 behind the Russian. Final results for the standing women's competition. Veronikina in first, Ryder second, and Rothfuss rounding out the podium in third.
Barbara, congratulations on another win today. The snow was a little bit different. The course as well, it was quite bumpy. What was the actual feeling on the snow?
Thank you for it. I have a big mistake on first run, and this run is really hard for me, but second run was hard for me more. Yeah, we have bumping today, but it's terrible, but I'm happy.
You can repeat in Russian.
Сегодня было действительно тяжело. Обе попытки ехать труднее, чем вчера, намного. Первая попытка, у меня были довольно серьезные ошибки. На второй попытке постаралась более стабильно проехать, но все равно было трудно, потому что немного неровные кондиции снега. Вот, но я рада всему.
Thank you, congratulations.
Barbara confirming there that the snow is a bit different and, of course, bumpy and tricky for this second race here in Feldberg. Now on to the women's sitting competition. 2 DNFs in the first run, so 2 competitors left in to race in the second run. First out of the gate is Netta Kiravanta from Finland. Third yesterday, guaranteed a second or better in this slalom race. Really having to work hard over those bumps, and you can see just soft snow as soon as you come out of the racing line. It is pretty bumpy and choppy out there. Kirivanta finding her rhythm through the middle section. Just as we saw her doing the first run, checking her speed to come onto the final pitch, making sure she gets round that gate and into the rhythm of these last calls. Oh, cranking that turn in to make the second to last gate and over the line to guarantee a silver medal in this second slalom competition. Annalena Forster, current slalom leader, winner yesterday and winner of all 3 races in the women's sitting competition last year, looking to make it 5 in a row in the record for Feldberg. Oh, and she's in a bit of trouble. Just having to slow it down. She's got time. She's got a good amount of lead over the Finnish athlete. 6.52 ahead of the first split. Knowing Annalena, even though she doesn't have to attack in this run, she will want to give it her best performance. Hear just how hard she's working through those turns to get the ski around. She comes into the final pitch, getting a little caught up on some of those bumps, but in and safely over the line into first position, 10.52 seconds ahead of Kirivanta Nette in second position. That concludes the women's competition in the Para-Alpine Slalom World Cup here in Feldberg.
Schwarzwald, Körperbau, Physiotherapie, der Jochen ist selber anwesend und hilft.
Annalena, just like last year, you managed to win every races here at home, despite being at home. Is it a type of slope that you particularly like?
Yeah, it's a type of slope I like. It's very difficult to race, but yeah, I like that, yeah.
How is it to win every races at home?
It's a beautiful feeling, yeah.
More pressure or just more motivation?
last year it was a lot of pressure, and I think this year I can enjoy it. Yeah, that's cool.
Dieselbe Frage auf Deutsch. Ist das ein Typ von Piste, die du spezifisch am besten hast?
Ja, auf jeden Fall. Also den Hang, der taugt mir. Es ist schwierig zu fahren. Das motiviert mich einfach. Ja.
Mehr Druck oder mehr Motivation, zu Hause zu fahren?
Also letztes Jahr hatte ich auf jeden Fall viel Druck, habe ich mir selber gemacht, und dieses Jahr kann ich es auf jeden Fall mehr genießen auch. Ja.
Herzliche Gratulation.
Danke.
Now we move on to the men's competition, the second run for the visually impaired athletes. And first up, we have Michael Schnagel. Guided by Lily Sama from Austria. Had a big mistake in the first run, so going out in 5th position, looking to improve on that. Michael, again, getting a little caught up around some of these tricky turns with bumps. So hard for many of the visually impaired athletes to see the lumps and bumps coming up ahead of them. So when the track is not as smooth as perhaps it could be, makes it difficult. Setting a pace time of 1:48 in the men's visually impaired competition. Lily and Michael at the bottom seem happy with that run. Next up, Alexander Rowan, guided by Jeremiah Svilke from Germany. 5th yesterday, 4th after the first run. Coming out with good aggression into these opening turns. Green light, 0.64 ahead at the first split. This looks a little scrappy from the German pair, but that does not necessarily mean anything from the speed. 1.2 in the red now, the second speed gun. The Austrians had a much stronger second run. Oh, and Alexander Rowan is out-straddled the 4th or 5th gate from the finish. That ends his race today, unfortunately. Yeah, just his inside ski getting caught up, hooked up, and came the wrong side of that blue gate. He will be disappointed with that, no doubt. Next up, Mingyu Huang, guided by Yoonghyeon Kim from Korea. 4th yesterday, in 3rd position after the first run. And in the green at the first split. 2.89 is their advantage. Shanago had a strong second half of the second run, so the Koreans will have to work hard to keep that lead, and They have kept it. Some of it's bled away. But have they done enough to hold on to that a podium position? Over the line, they not quite into second position, 0.38. I should say not quite enough to take the lead or hold on to the lead. With 2 athletes to go, they may just be pipped from the podium, but all to play for in this second run. Michael Golas, guided by Kasper Walas from Poland, second after the first run. Storming out the start gate, and 11.12 on the clock at the first split. These two mean business. Can they hold on around some of these bumpier turns that have upset so many athletes before them? Extending that lead slightly, 11.41 coming into the final pitch. And that signature rhythm. What an unfortunate mistake right at the very end. Kasper got into trouble, which set Michael off, and he just got late in the line and straddled the blue gate just before the finish. What an unfortunate mistake for the Polish pair. They were really skiing well. I think they will be very disappointed with that. Final competitor in the men's visually impaired competition, Johannes Eigner, guided by Nico Habel, representing Austria. Oh, a little wild from Eigner. Receives it well, back into the line. Just getting thrown about quite late. The big gap opened up between him and Nico, which in these lumpy conditions will be making it very difficult. Again, that lump just throwing Nico off the guide just before the finish. He managed to hold on, and the Austrians take the lead, or hold on to the lead. Johannes Eigner will extend his lead in the overall slalom leader bib competition, winning the second Feldberg slalom race. Michael Schnaragel in second. And Mingyu Huang in third. 2 disqualifications for straddles, Michael Golas and Alexander Rowan.
Johannes and Nico, it was quite a lot of DNFs today. The conditions were quite challenging. Was it also more challenging for you today?
Yeah. Today it was a little bit difficult. The slope was a little bit bumpy. The second run was not the best, but it was a little bit a fight, but it was okay.
We are happy. Yeah. 2 places, two won places on 2 days. So wonderful.
Dieselbe Frage auf Deutsch. Ein paar DNFs. Ja, waren die Konditionen schwieriger heute?
Ja, die Pisten war schon ein bisschen schlagig auch. Also man merkt trotzdem die Spuren von den älteren Läufen. Und es war jetzt kein, sage jetzt mal, besonders guter Lauf. Es war mir eigentlich ein Kampf, aber ich glaube, wir haben das gut gemeistert.
Ja.
Du hast nichts dazwischen.
Alles gesagt.
Gratulation.
Next up, the men's standing second run. We had 9 DNFs, 11 competitors left in this race, and all to play for those podium positions, and also qualification points for the Winter Paralympics in Milan Cortina. Gahi Takahashi on course now for Japan. Finished 11th yesterday and 11th in the first run today. Into a little trouble. Oh, and again, being caught by some of the ruts. Finding it very difficult in this midsection. The cloud cover will be making it harder to see some of those ruts and the shadow from the trees. And as they come out into the sunnier bottom, you can see the ruts in the snow, but through that shaded, shadowy midsection, that'll be some of those will be very difficult to see. Opening time on the scoreboard of 1.5895, setting the pace for the rest of the field. Up next, representing America, Andrew Harangi. And disappointment for the second day running for Andrew as he skids out of this second run.
Go, Spence!
Spencer Wood up next, 9th after the first run. Ninth in the race yesterday. Can he improve on that position? Seven-second advantage at the first split. And looking reasonably comfortable through the midsection of this course. Nicely through the vertical gates here, coming into the final pitch. You can see a big offset. avoids the big hole and over the line. 8.14 to put him into first position. For some of these athletes hoping for Paralympic qualification, they're aiming to achieve ranking points under 240 points according to the FIS rules. And next on course we have Patrick Halgren, again representing the USA. Didn't finish yesterday's race. Can he get down today? Very tricky conditions when you are skiing on one ski. Patrick is really doing a great job. Nice flow through the midsection. 1.88 behind, but still in touch with the leader. His teammate Spencer Wood. Around the final gates and into second, 1.40 behind teammate Spencer Wood. It's America 1-2 at the moment. Tough work out there on this slope today. Pushing out the gate now. German athlete Christoph Glötzner, 7th after the first run. 6th in yesterday's race. A 5-second advantage so far in the opening turns of this second run. And good attacking turns down the midsection, really driving through the flat section, looking a little scrappy through the vertical, but hangs on. Can he make it through that tricksy final few gates? Yes, just makes it over the line into first position. 6.76 lead over Patrick Halgren from USA. The home support delighted. Great attack throughout that race from Glötzner. Robin Kusch of Switzerland running through the course one last time. Next up, representing France, Jordan Brazin. DNF yesterday. Needs to get some points on the board this slalom season. Can he do it today? Good speed coming through off the flat into this second pitch. Oh no, that is really unfortunate for the French athlete. Just hits a lump, can't control it, and misses a gate. So I think he looked like he got his inside edge caught up and just couldn't quite get round. A French coach sitting with the American one of the American coaches there. Jessie Keefe up next, 5th after the first run. Powering through the first gates and into this technical series of combinations in the midsection. He's increased his lead, 1.39 in the green. Great work by the young American athlete. Into first position, 2.64 ahead. He is delighted with that. That's great work. The American, his coaches agree. Really good to see from the young American athlete. Next in the start gate, Adam Hall from New Zealand. 3rd place yesterday, sitting in 4th after the first run. Will be hoping to upgrade to a podium spot after the second run. Looking strong through the opening sector. And navigating the technical combinations with relative ease, or making it look easy. Very experienced athlete. This will be his 6th Paralympic Games at Milan Cortina. Over the finish line, into first, hanging on to the lead consistently through the run. 2.16 ahead of Jessie Keefe. Will that be enough to earn him a podium spot? With 3 more athletes to go, have to wait and see. Great run, Adam. Good to see a happy, smiling face. Aaron Lindstrom running through the course. But first, we have Robin Kusch from Switzerland. DNF'd yesterday. He is the again another very experienced athlete. Nephew of Didier Kusch, famed Alpine ski racer. Learned to ski in the GER region of Switzerland. Oh, and he's had a good middle section, just getting a little caught up, coming onto the final pitch. Narrow lead through the midsection, but this looks scrappy, and no! Mitigate, he's climbing up because he wants to finish. This will not be a competitive time for the podium, but he will finish sixth position, 13 seconds off the pace due to that mistake, and you can see Robin is disappointed by that. Just getting into trouble coming onto this final pitch. Feeling it in the legs, I suspect, after the tough snow conditions. Just not quite over the ski enough and able to put the pressure through those lumps and bumps. Which means Adam Hall is guaranteed a podium position. Aaron Lindstrom from Sweden next up, looking to hold on to second or improve it. 2.48 advantage, but being spat out of those turns, loads of speed carrying out of those turns onto the steep, manages to hold on to it and get back into rhythm on the midsection, increases his lead to 3.46 ahead of Adam Hall. Final few turns. Oh, and nearly gets caught up, just holds on, 4.28 ahead, increases his lead. That was an exciting conclusion to his second run. Coach's corner there, looking on, all probably holding their breath to see whether he makes it. A good performance from the current slalom World Cup leader. Will that be enough to hold on to the top spot with one competitor to go? Alexei Bugayev of Russia, yesterday's winner, gold medalist in slalom from Sochi in 2014. Very experienced racer, has been away from the circuit for a number of years. Currently has an advantage of 1.31 ahead at the first split. He's attacking this course as he needs to. Increased his lead slightly, 1.65. Let's see what he does through the closing turns. Yeah, it's a solid performance. 1.87 takes the top spot in the standing competition. Bugayev in first, Lindstrom second for Sweden, Hall in third, and Jesse Keefe just off the podium for USA in fourth position. We are missing some of the regular faces in this World Cup Slalom Tour. Partly injury, partly prioritisation. I think other teams are focusing on the speed events coming up, speed and tech events coming up in France next week in Maribel, and the following week in Tignes. So the field is not quite as big as it would normally be. That being said, the competition, particularly the competition in the across the board, has been really good at Feldberg. The race organisers have done a fantastic job. Very professional outfit here, and that makes a huge difference to the athletes.
Okay, Alexei, that's another win. Yesterday you said that you were not 100% satisfied with how you skied. Was the feeling better today despite a bumpy course?
Today I feel better on the first run. I was more stable than yesterday. I'm not pushing on my maximum, but I was good in stable position. Second run, it's like casino, a lot of bumps, jump. You want to have more stable position, move forward, but you can't because a lot of bumps. Snow conditions a little bit worse than yesterday, but I'm happy again on the first podium, and I want to say thanks all my team, all my wife, my daughter, my parents for supporting me. Thank you very much.
You can repeat in Russian now.
It's okay.
Yeah, for the news.
For the news.
Yeah.
Сегодня в первой попытке я был чуть получше, у меня была более стабильная позиция, более стабильный проезд. Я не на максимум атаковал, но был доволен своим проездом. Во второй попытке, конечно, это как рулетка. Очень такая достаточно разбитая трасса, хуже условия снежные, чем вчера, но я рад, что я снова выиграл. И хочу сказать спасибо моей команде, моей семье, доченька Аврора, жена моя Аня, вам привет большой, родителям, конечно, спасибо.
Thank you, congratulations.
Next up, the men's sitting competition. Ravi Drugan from USA on course, and we just see him getting a little bounced around through the ruts. He didn't finish yesterday's run, so we'll be hoping to get down this and get some points on his card. Safely into the finish area. 1.59 the time to beat in the men's sitting competition here in Feldberg. Jesper Pedersen with his coach. Leon Gensert of Germany out next, 6th after the first run. Another non-finisher from yesterday. He had a good run this morning. Taking this steep section steady to avoid the holes that have formed in the racing track, and now finding his flow through the second interval. 5.51 in the green. He's increased his advantage over Ravi Drugan. Now to navigate the relatively treacherous final few gates and success. He's in 5.95 advantage into first place. Skillfully navigated that turn. Just his tip stayed connected to the snow, meaning he was able to hang on despite being bounced around in the ruts. Lou Bradagon doing his last warm-up exercises. Josh Hamlin on course, representing Australia. Fourth in yesterday's slalom. Fifth after the first run today. It can appear like the track is much more challenging for the sit skiers, but actually they take a slightly different line to the stand-up skiers, and so some of those lumps and bumps will be different and they'll get caught up in them more. Brilliant run from the Australian, 12 seconds ahead of Leon Gensert, putting him into the top spot with four competitors to go. Magnus Vallobauten from Norway is next up. Non-finisher yesterday. He had a solid first run. Needs to continue that. Oh, and just getting caught up. Can he hold it? Got to go up to climb up a little bit to the entry of the hairpin. We'll see if he manages it. Yeah, looks like he did. He's continued on the run. .58 behind the current leader. Great effort from the Norwegian. Into second place. Yeah, let's watch that again. First of the French athletes, Victor Pierrel. Third yesterday, third after the first run this morning. And looking to secure his spot on the podium for a second day running. 1.73 in the green. Oh, nearly got caught with his right arm coming around those gates. And again, skidding out, just coming into the combinations. A And the French coach telling him to fight right the way to the finish there. And a fight it looks like he's having. But skiing really well through these. Can he hold on? Yes, he can. 1.12 ahead of Josh Hanlon. Takes the leader spot. And guarantees a podium finish for the second day in a row for Pierre. Jesper Petersen in the gate. Second yesterday, current slalom world champion and the Paralympic champion and current World Cup leader in the overall competition across all of the disciplines. Second after the first run. Green light, interval 1, but oh, that was a heavy check. Manages to control it, gets back into the racing line. Needs to navigate these technical gates on the flatter section and get through the vertical, bringing him onto the final pitch. Can he navigate the lumps and bumps of the final section? Yes, he can. Into first place, 1.03 ahead of Victor Pierrel. A fight on his hands, but he delivered and seems happy with that result.
Let's see first.
One competitor to go. Lou Bradagon, winner from yesterday. The overall slalom leader for the 26th season, wearing the red bib. He's ahead of Pedersen and Niels de Langen of Netherlands. The Dutch team are not here in Feldberg. Focusing on the French races coming up. And Bradagon is away. Solid start, just getting a bit late through the combination onto the second steep. And he's had a bit of a check turn just as he comes onto the flatter section, which will slow him down a bit. Held on to the margin at the second interval gun. Will it be enough to hold on to the top spot and take the win? Oh no. Check around that gate. Set him off course, and that will put him down in fourth position. What a shame for the French skier who'll be gutted, but finished the race, no doubt. That means the podium will look a little different to yesterday. We have Pedersen in provisional first, followed by Victor Pierrel. In second. And just seeing Lou Bradagon there looking a little bit frustrated with that, but as I say, that is ski racing. Norway 1, Pierrel for France 2, Josh Hanlon for Australia in third.
Jesper, what a fight in this second run. It was super bumpy, especially for your category. What do you have to do differently in such conditions?
It's just really hard to stay in the line and actually do some good turns. And Lou is fighting really hard these days, so it's been a pleasure to have these tight races. And yeah, but now I'm looking forward to go to France and have the next races there.
You can repeat in Norwegian.
Endelig ferdig med Tyskland. Nå blir det var litt humpete i midten av løypa, men jeg fikk det bedre til enn de andre, og nå er vi klare til å reise til Frankrike. Men det er gøy at dere får sett på, da.
Thank you, congratulations.
Thank you.
So that concludes the racing here at Feldberg. 2 slalom races on the World Cup Tour. There are 3 more stops on the Para Alpine World Cup. Next up in France, we've got Maribel. There's some slalom and GS racing, followed by Tignes at the beginning of February. Maribel will unfortunately not be live broadcast, but I will see you back again in Tignes 2nd to 6th of February for some speed racing. Congratulations to all the winners. For those who want to follow along, you can download the FIS app on your device and check out the new podcast for Para Alpine. Thanks for listening.
Okay, we can start.
Okay, Veronica and Elizabeth, yesterday in the first round especially, you had some problem that costed you time. Did today go like plan?
Today was better than yesterday, but the first one was a safety run. It was okay, and the second was faster, and yeah, but a little bit bumpier, and yeah, we made it.
The second course, said the Austrian coach. This is good.
The course was perfect, but the slope was bumpy.
Dieselbe Frage auf Deutsch. Gestern hatten Sie einige Probleme auf der ersten Lauf. Ist heute wie geplant gegangen?
Ja, wie geplant nicht ganz. Der erste Durchgang war eher ein Safety Run, also sehr vorsichtig. Der zweite war schon doch ein bisschen schneller, den hat der österreichische Trainer gesteckt, war schneller. Aber die Piste war sehr unruhig und ja, wir haben es geschafft, wir sind durchgekommen und sind froh, dass wir jetzt durchstehen dürfen.
Herzliche Gratulation.
Bereits auf der Strecke heißt Behinderung an einer Hand.
Step a little bit closer.
In der Regel können Sie die Stange mit.
Okay, Elina and Stefan, in the first run today you had quite a big mistake. Were you happier with the second run?
Oh, I think my first run was also pretty good skiing. The mistake was